Yo.
Tucker, what's up, dude?
What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Living that
good,
life,
yeah.
bro. How are you, brother?
Tucker, have you ever fought a blue ring octopus?
No, not that I am aware of. Not while I was conscious. Maybe at some point in subconsciousness, but not that I'm aware of. No.
Don't.
Back from St. Louis, boys. I just got off the plane. I was in St. Louis back in visiting the record label, Tantrum Niche Records, working on some stuff for this new album, Sociopaths.
Nice.
It's a real fun rap album, yeah.
What are some of the tracks off that?
Well, a track off Sociopaths is pretty much like, you understand, if I say that to anyone out loud in my yuppie neighborhood here in Redondo Beach, like one of my friends, my kid's friends' parents or something, oh, you're a musician. What's your album called? That's called Sociopaths. It's like you see them visibly flinch.
Yes. They tell you to go to therapy out there.
That's right.
I know this good therapist.
My son's friend's dad is thinking about sociopathy. Great. But it's going to be fun. It's actually, think like dark comedy, kind of like that.
Okay.
Love it.
Like Prince Paul meets Run the Jewels meets, Ted Bundy. Kind of like that,
You want us with Ted Bundy.
Second Ted Bundy reference today.
Yes.
For all my Ted Bundy ninjas out there.
All my Ted fans out there.
keep reaching for the sky.
Love it. Love that.
Literally.
Tucker, I wanted to ask you last time. I never got to ask it, but have you done like street performing,
Yeah, actually, that's kind of how I started after I got kicked out of college. It was kind of the next step after the, exodus from the university. They were like, Tucker, that's pretty much all you do here anyway, besides, distribute drugs. So it's time for you to go. It's time for you to move on. But no, I was playing out in the streets of St. Louis in University City, which is down where all the kind of hip record stores used to be, because of course records are no longer. Actually, there is one store. Shout out to Vintage Vinyl. I actually play there, and that's still like this famous, legendary record store in St. Louis. It was winter. It's like the middle of February. I come out. I've got like a classical acoustic guitar, unamplified. Put the case out. Sit on a flower pot pointed directly towards the front doors of this record store, and play there for about 30, 40 minutes till one of these guys comes out, one of these hipster doofus dudes that works there, like, yeah, if you're going to play, you're going to need to move so you're not pointing directly in the door. It kind of, it's a learning curve with all this. So now I'm playing by the window, kind of pointed out towards the street. And over time, through the winter and then spring and summer, I became known as that guy. There's lots of names for street musicians. You know how it goes. Guitar guy, bucket guy, bum guy, get the hell out of my doorway guy, don't make me call the cops guy. But, you kind of have to learn because, St. Louis is tough, man, even compared to L.A. Streets. You get all comers. It's not just happy people that are coming at you all day.
Yeah.
And, being a battler kind of goes hand in hand with that. I know we talked about battle rapping on the last show, but I got lots of chances to practice out there in the street when every single rap asshole would come up like, no, man, you can't rap.
You got to buy my mixtape. You got to buy my mixtape. Yeah.
And you got to just battle right there and just prove it right on the street. But, yeah, there were lots of rap battles. There were a lot of freestyle sessions. That was an easy parlor trick to make money, too. Like, if someone stopped and they asked what I could do, I said, well, I can rap and freestyle. Why don't I, you pick out the topics and I'll just freestyle about whatever you want, and show that I can, literally do it right here kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that seemed to always impress, especially when you can, rap about their friend or their girl or, they throw you some crazy curveball and you can hit it out the park or whatever. So, that was kind of how I got going. But I did that for years and years, guys. And I don't mean just, occasionally to make money on the side. I'm staying 7 days a week for probably about 7 years in St. Louis.
Wow.
They knew me, dude. I was down there from 9 a.m. till 9 or 10 p.m. just about every day. And granted, I don't mean every minute of every day, but,
yeah.
I played sets. I had I'd play 2-3 hours. I'd stop, go get some gas, whatever, have some lunch, come back, do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe go kick it with some friends for a while, come back, do it again, and just keep doing it until it was just standard that I was making a couple $100s in cash a day.
Wow.
And in St. Louis, that's unheard of. So, you know, I was beating the crap out of my waiter friends' earnings, you know. They're coming home from busting their hump at the place I'm sitting in front of playing, and I've got more money than them. I'm like, yeah, why don't I buy you a beer tonight? You know, things like that.
That's awesome.
But,
And there you're getting yelled at by,
you know,
by hipsters. They're getting bossed around.
but
all
that's
day.
You would think hipsters would be all
you
about
can be
that.
moved anytime. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know, they cannot be moved anytime. They have a stable job. I have a somewhat stable job, you know.
Yeah, that sounds better. Can you rap about Blue Ring Octopus? Is that it? Blue Ring?
It's the blue ring octopus.
Explain it to me. Now, what exactly is a blue ring octopus? Is this some kind of sex thing?
No, I wish it's a really tiny octopus.
So wait. What's important is that we had an escort on, and she was from Australia,
and
she's talking about like dangerous animals, and this Lamborghini out of nowhere.
I made a joke
is
about
like,
a blue ring
He goes, I fight blue ring octopuses. So me and Rob, well, at least me, I'm thinking these things are like huge.
No.
And so she's like, well, why don't you tell him what a blue ring octopus is? And he starts laughing, and he's like, it's really small. It's like you could just like flick it.
Okay, so they're these tiny little octopuses with like literally blue rings on them,
I'm Googling it right
but
now.
they're like extremely poisonous.
They have a lot of venom. They have a lot of venom.
They can kill a man.
Well, I wasn't sure if I could rap about them based on the earlier description, but when you got the venom, I was like, no, okay, of course.
Yeah.
This is rap, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
sure we can figure that out. Right?
they're like the black mamba of octopuses.
Very tiny and very
Well-
dangerous.
I don't know about you guys, but you guys have this thing where you always want to pit every creature against one another in the cage match kind of thing, like which fierce animal could beat another fierce animal. You ever done this in your minds?
Yeah.
Straight up, yeah.
I debate this in my own mind. I debate it with my 8-year-old son. I debate it with my students I teach. You know, I'm doing music lessons. It always turns into like what could beat what. But I feel like an octopus, now granted, maybe not a blue ring octopus, but you know, like a full-size, in-your-face octopus could take on a lot of very, very tough comers because, of course, they have the advantage of water.
Yeah.
You have to be able to breathe pretty well in the water to fuck with them, you know? But I'm saying, like, pound for pound, I think a lot of octopuses could take, you know, alligators, think about other ones.
But see,
you know, I bet they could, man. Why not?
That's why you shouldn't, you shouldn't write off the blue ring octopus.
I'm looking at it right now. It's mesmerizing.
It could slip into
It is.
It could slip between a alligator scales, bite it between the scales, and poison that entire
venomous creatures don't need to be large, right? That's the beauty of venom,
Yes.
right? You know, we can all be venomous creatures. You don't have to be big and strong. You can just shoot your venom into whoever and just kill them no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, that's a great lesson to learn in this world, you know?
like the coral snake.
Look at that thing. That thing is
It's adorable.
It is beautiful.
It looks like I don't know if this is just me, but it looks like a Pokemon.
It really does.
It's gorgeous.
Coral snake as my basketball alter ego. I don't know if it works well there. You know, it's not quite like Mamba. But, you know, I mean, I'm sure it is adorably and deadly, you know, accurate.
It fits in the palm of your hand. It is adorable.
It's kind of cute.
Somebody's holding it. I thought you said they were extremely poisonous.
They are extremely poisonous.
Somebody, I don't know if it's real, but there's a guy with one in his
that's
hand.
a painting. That's
and
obviously
is it a painting? Oh, it's a painting.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at
okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's a painting.
That sounds like stupid people to me. That's what that sounds like.
It's like these people. Oh, it's an animal from nature, so it's peaceful. No, it will kill you.
So yeah, I imagine maybe I could rap about blue ring octopuses. Just bringing it back around there, guys.
I'm gonna keep this picture
Okay.
of the blue ring octopus up while you
We'll
rap.
add it to my to-do list for rap topics. I feel like I might even come up with a whole rap track or single or something. You know, it's gonna end up on Sociopath. It's gonna be like this big metaphor for like, you know, sociopathic thinker, blue ring octopus. You know,
I love it.
right? It's deep, man. You guys, you're helping me think of new ideas tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
That is
appreciate it.
all I want to do. All I want to do, Tucker. I love your track, Tucker Booth for President. It kind of like had a old school, like schoolhouse rock feel to it.
Well, thank you. That's an oldie even for me. So when, you know, the term old school, which gets bandied about so much in hip hop, gets brought up, it does. It is an old school song. that was meant to sound old school that was written long ago. That was probably '03.
Oh, wow.
In the beginning of '04 that we dropped that single that you heard. Now, granted, when you listen to it in that context now, like go back and listen to it with that, like in your mind's eye, we're dropping that right before the '04 Bush-Kerry elections. We're dropping that in an area in St. Louis that was extremely red, even in the blue parts, but, more red than blue. Very
Wow.
red. We're writing that in a rap and hip-hop underground community in St. Louis that was extremely insular and not very open to the white dudes showing up unless they sounded like the black guys or at least deferred consistently to their black promoter friends. Like you had to kiss feet to get in the door. And of course, you guys know from talking to me for 5 minutes, we had a hard time doing that. So, all those things for us, fitting in, not just coming off too Yahoo to the conservative neocon, not coming off to, fiercely independent to all the liberal neo-fascist guys. It was a real tightrope for us.
Yeah.
But, what we found was that record opened a lot of doors. Now, granted, there weren't a lot of doors that we necessarily needed open, but it opened a lot of doors for us, right away because, suddenly the newspapers cared. We got on the cover of the Riverfront Times, which is essentially like the LA Weekly or, the alt weekly newspaper from, whatever city you're in. They're talking about our songs consistently in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. We're getting on TV, at least, for interviews and whatnot. Suddenly doors are opening. We're playing bigger venues. All that stuff happened. And, of course, when you're at that point with a record that people are blowing you, telling you is surely going to blow, I believed that we were going to blow. We had the follow-up record in the chamber already getting going. We had a whole strategy of how to lay out the whole thing. We talked to Nelly's lawyer. Because, of course, in St. Louis, everybody's Nelly's cousin, and everybody wants you to talk to Nelly's lawyer. But, we got advice from entertainment lawyers. We kind of came in with a strategy. We didn't come in completely half-baked. But one by one, in St. Louis, man, we got these offers like Sony. There was a big opportunity with Tantrum Niche, our sub-label, through Sony, doing a subdivision of Sony. We did a show, filmed all of our artists performing one by one. They took that to New York, sat down with people, showed it to these record label people, and they all said, this is awesome, but we pass. And it was like, this is the story, guys. I'm 38. One after the next, thinking we'd made it. And trust me, there were many, many doors that we got to the main people. And LA people do name dropping way too much. But let me just say, most of the big labels and people that I greatly respected and admired, not just executive pricks, but I mean like artists that I really looked up to and had been inspired by, were telling me, I listened to this is awesome. This is totally going to make it.
Wow.
I had many of them say that to me. We're talking people from all different entertainment genres too, but musicians and producers specifically saying that. So you get high on that. Especially when you already think you're really awesome, because we all do that are doing this.
We all do, just in whatever we do, man. We are narcissists. We are total narcissists.
But yeah, exactly. And this just fuels that sense that, yeah, exactly, this is why I'm not like everyone else. This is why I don't have a normal job. This is why I'm supposed to be special and get to do all this stuff and have everyone help me out and fill in my gaps and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, one after the next, it all pretty much blew up in our face. And granted, sometimes it was their words that didn't come through, and sometimes we got, chicken out or had something else come up that ruined it or whatever. But one after the next, it was like that.
Yeah.
And what I learned from it eventually was the same thing I learned growing up and getting out of college and finally having my last band fall apart, where I had like a full actual band, right? Like 6 guys working together, rocking shows, doing the thing. And the reason that band blew up was because none of us were willing to listen to anything that the other had to say, and all 6 of us wanted to go 6 different directions all at once. And what I realized was that's not my fault nor theirs. It just wasn't working, because unless that is your goal to have a band, which was not our goal, we just had done it to help, build the reach.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Like, be solo. And I think that the same lesson applied later with the labels. If the goal is to do it your way, these guys are going to put the golden handcuffs on you, even if you get the deal. Like, it's not like it's like you're done with all the hoops you're going to jump through.
Yeah, no.
I got many artist friends that did get the deal, and it sucked.
Yeah.
They ended up in court suing these people or whatever. I had a friend who was on American Idol that did very well. They ended up in a 5-year litigation just to get their right to do anything back.
Wow.
That's what I was wondering with that. I kind of felt like that is what you go into when you go into that competition. They own you. They own you.
Well, once you sign those papers, because of course you go in freely, but once you sign those papers that say, I want to really roll with you guys, and, I'm on American Idol records or whatever, you got to do what they say. And if you record, you couldn't even record for fun, guys. Like you're hanging out with some artist buddies, and you just want to do a freestyle sesh or something. If you put that out in any form, even if it's free download on SoundCloud, they could sue you for that.
Wow.
Like that.
See, that's bullshit.
Like then you not be for money.
Yeah.
Straight up bullshit.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you can't even do a video for fun. Like, fuck that.
Exactly. You put out a Twitter vid just for fun where you're like doing original content that they're not controlling, and they could sue you for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd rather be free
Like
and broke.
Yeah.
Free and poor than be in that predicament.
That's
well,
bad.
and there are examples of indie artists that have succeeded anyway. My friends in St. Louis when I was there just went and saw Atmosphere. I mean, gosh, there's a hip hop group that's been at it. We remember these dudes when they were nobody, hanging with us and sleeping on all our friends' couches and begging for guest verses on our friends' albums for $50.
Yeah.
And now they're headlining with Jack White out here at festivals, and they're selling out 20,000 seat venues just because of 20 years of grinding their ass to dust.
Yeah.
Which is the other way you do it. You just play every little town and you religiously do that. And that was the other thing. They never ever big time little towns. They would always go to every little city in every state, and make sure
flyers
that,
at Kinko's.
The wherever place knew they existed.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
That's what indie artists got to be better about. Quit big time in the little cities. They'll love you. Don't expect that they'll run you out of town on a rail. They won't. They're just grateful that you're there, And I make good money in them, which is also kind of a non sequitur to most people. But, really, you play in some little dive bar where they've never had good music, they'll all tip on top of whatever you negotiated with the bar.
Wow. Yes.
That's, you probably double down every night just because all these cats have never seen anything like this.
I feel like a lot of people aren't doing the street thing either anymore. Like they're just trying to do the online thing, where I feel if you're going to grind on the street, you're going to excel right there.
Well, it's hit or miss, but I think, okay, in California, right, we have a pretty decent street culture, beyond just music. There's like street entrepreneurship going on out here.
Yeah.
So, there are parts of town where I think you could stick out as a musician and consistently make money, although you're in California, so there's more competition, there's more people, it's more saturation. It's not like you're doing this in your little college town somewhere,
But there's also more money there, too.
You'll stick out even quicker, So I'd say it's good to do it there, too. There's money to be made. I think it's like any job, like waiting tables, which I compared it to earlier, right? You got to learn. There's a learning curve. You got to learn how to work people. You got to learn how to, figure out how to charm them, figure out how to read them. There's a lot of easy ways on the street. They'll be wearing a T-shirt that's like Beatles or something. Start playing a Beatles song. Don't wait. Do it now, whatever one you know. Or tell them, hey, I know some, Bob Dylan, I see you got the shirt on or whatever. Don't be afraid to go after that dollar there, because it's not just a dollar. That's a fan. That's a fan that then goes, oh, cool, you like the same type of music I do. And usually it creates some camaraderie pretty quickly. Now, granted, you guys know, I can work a crowd. I'm a PR guy. I had a dad that was a salesman. I was taught how to be, interacting with people at a young age. I was at grown-up parties with them, like working in grown-up rooms. But, most people don't have that. Although the music speaks for itself. You don't have to be that confident. You can let, your music speak like these kids that just sing with their whole heart, even though they can't look you in the eye any other time. Like you can do that in the street and people will still respect that,
Yeah.
I also think, the anecdote I wanted to mention, because you mentioned this when we were leading up to this, was as far as street music, when I got out here to L.A., man, I had gotten out here like on a wing and a prayer. I think I might have told you some of that story last time, but I got out here with like nothing. I had like a couple $100, sleeping on friends' couches, doing the couch surfing world tour, trying to figure out how to make it. And, the whole point was I want to do my art. I didn't come out here to just come out here and work at Walmart. I could have done that back in St. Louis,
Yes.
This is about really figuring it out. So, what I started doing was when I got married and had the kid, there are farmers markets, and they're all over the place out here. They're like everywhere. There's one every 5 miles. And I got online and looked up the farmers market directory for LA and Orange County, and I just started calling them all and just being like, I'm a musician. Here's links to my stuff. I'm on YouTube, whatever. I can do hours and hours of, arrangements of cover songs, G-rated stuff, whatever you need. Don't be too proud, because of course they're going to tell you can't be all R-rated at these things.
Yeah, no.
But I'm willing to just play, background music in the food area or whatever while they eat,
Okay.
or wherever you want.
Yeah.
And I did that, dude. And for years, when I was first married and trying to get other work and also working other jobs simultaneously, I was working washing dishes or doing roofing or doing all kinds of other side jobs.
Yeah.
I made great money, like waiter kind of money, where I'm leaving every day with $100 to $200 average. By the time I really learned how to hit my stride with it. And granted, that's 5 days a week, guys. So even with no quote stable job,
Still
I'm making that in untaxable cash.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And yeah,
And I
grinding.
also have checks coming in from official jobs.
Yeah, man. What
Under the table, man.
Nothing wrong with that. Sorry.
No.
You didn't hear that, the government. Oh yeah, you did. Whatever. It's good.
That is the dream. That's the American dream, I feel like, to be able to do that on a daily basis, to grind and make what you need. Make what you need.
Well, and also that, this getting paid what we're worth as artists routine, and I won't go on a long spiel about it, but just so many artist friends of mine quit the game because they don't feel like they can command the money that they want, nor people even respect that they're worth it. But all I can say is the only way you're worth it is by how many hours you're out there doing it. And I know that sounds like duh, but I think most artists seriously sit back, I've already practiced, I've already played sold out shows. They should want me, and it's like they don't. The only way they care is if you're out there doing it, man. You know how it goes. It's Twitter logic.
Yeah.
We get rewarded for on Twitter. Activity.
Yes,
that's what it's about.
One of the first things I noticed about you is just the activity.
Not my best friend loves me.
my mom said
My mom said I'm great.
I know, that's it. Everybody's like, I got it right up in the paper. It's like, good for you, champ. Nice. Me too. Cool.
Yes.
I hope you got 10 stars, whatever. I don't even know what to say to this anymore, But anyways, you feel me. I think that's what I would say to all these potential artists, musicians, engineers out there. Hit the streets, and not just as a metaphor, but literally. Do it, Prove you can conquer that. Because like I said to you with the rap battles, I'd sit outside on the street playing all day while people would walk by. And then that night, the club I'd be playing in front of would turn into a hip-hop club, and I'd walk downstairs and get in the rap battle. And these same people that are watching me go by all day, are in the club going, holy crap, he just put down his guitar and came down here and dusted 3 dudes down here. Yes. Of course, these dudes are all on blunts and drunk, wondering why I'm beating them. And it's like, dudes, because I've been playing for 10 hours and my breath control's immaculate. And I've also spat 1 million freestyles today. I'm ready. I'm punchy. I'm prepared. Again, I'm active.
You are in the zone. Yes. I love it.
So you had a guitar with you too when you were on the street?
I've
7 minutes before the man's going to come and make me go back to work. So we going to battle or what?
You play guitar.
Where's the Driz? I got some bars for the Driz.
The
Where is
Driz.
he, man?
Yo. And yo, I don't know, man, because you said you used to battle on the street. That's low-level shit. That's amateur shit. I used to battle in the fucking ocean, man. I swim up there.
Dude.
I swim in, the fucking deep end, and I yell at people. I'd be like, want to rap battle me? And if you can fucking win a rap battle while you're trying to keep yourself afloat, that's next-level shit. So you can't fucking... You're just going to waste your time.
Driz is talking shit again.
All right, I guess if it's like that, Driz, even though I beat you last time, I'll go first anyway, all right? Here we go. All right. Yo, man, I'm going to rock this list. I'm more venomous than a fucking blue ring octopus. Man, the paint is my thing. The fucking Driz, that shit is the white Wu-Tang. Now, here's what's going on. Let's get to the breaks. Driz, you stole your whole speed from Master Shake. I'm talking Octopus. I told you before. I saw you giving Dome to Carl down in the store. I heard that you're really into Foreigner and Aereo Speedwagon. You got a long chin and both of your knuckles are dragons. And I heard that you're always chasing the dragon. Yeah, you and your side son. Yeah, Gavin. You know what? What? You want me to shut the fuck up? You say that I'm not in your league, can't get down in the cut? What? You think you can do it like I? Yo, I'll bubble around over your eye. Huh? Yeah, I'm taking a fly. You gotta do it. I am the guy. TDP, no alibi. have to stop and pause. That's because I'm just too overwhelmed by his flaws. How do I do this, man? Gas draws. They'll end up doing this dude's fucking sweaty Republican balls. Damn. Do I have to put you back in the stir and pinch you like POTUS number 45? Yeah, both of us. Fuck it. By the end, we won't be alive. Man, I can beat you up like global warming. I'm storming like Mormon, Persian Gulf, horning. Because by the end of this dog, you'll be dead. I'm on some apprentice shit. You're fired in the head. I'll take you out back, put you in front of the squad. Let you know that by the end, you'll be begging for God. Why? Because I run game like a mob Rashad. You're just fucking flawed. Like, oh my God. Now I'll go ahead and pass the mic to this Driz. I guarantee everything that he says is fucking whiz.
Yo, Tucker, first of all, I don't fucking chase dragons. I am a fucking dragon, and I don't have a son named Gavin. Let me tell you something. You got a fucking tooth in your beard, Tucker Booth. Let me pull that tooth out. I think it belongs to that meth head that just sucked your dick. Oh, shit. That meth head's dead on the pavement. He just sucked your dick, and now he's dead on the pavement. Fuck, you just killed a meth head. Maybe I'll just flick this tooth onto him, and I'm fucking out.
Okay, let's speak on the tooth. You know Tucker Booth always comes with the truth. Yes, I got some trailer park teeth, but that doesn't mean you don't stink like a queef. Wait, you're making me weak. Stop. You involuntarily speak. Wait, you voluntarily don't speak. Yeah, that's nice. Sounding like Meek, but not the mill, the one in jail. Nah, I'm talking about an American tale, just like that Bible. You ain't no rival. I'm even conniving. The sound is vaginal. Don't remind me of the fact that I have to come misogynist just to come over on this dude while he's dodging this. Because he can't duck a wrench nor a ball. Look, I'm coming hard while he's led to the fall. Dang. You and Jen and Justin and all of them can go hang with Rob and hang out an olive branch. Me, I'll be right here doing these solid rants. Forever while you're relying on chance.
Damn.
Yo, I'm coming back. I got one more.
All right.
He's got one more.
Tucker, we have to wrap this up, dude, but thank you. Thank you. That was
love,
amazing.
I always enjoy calling in the Robin Slim Show. Quick shout-outs. Check us out online, Tantrum Niche. That's Tantrum, like a temper tantrum, NICHE.com. The Rude Dog Show, hashtag The Rude Dog Show, or Rude Dog Reyes, REYES. Handle on Twitter, my boy Rudy Reyes. Shout out to the Rude Dog Show. I'm on there too. Shout out to Mitchell Report up in Canada. Definitely keep following along with those cats as well. And thanks a lot for having me, guys.
Dude, anytime you are welcome. Anytime.
No doubt. Hashtag TDB Music. Hashtag Rappers Don't Golf. Hashtag Tucker Booth for President.
Number 4.
To infinity.
All right, Tucker. Have a good one, brother.
All right, peace out, brothers.
Peace. I will play some Tucker Booth for president right now, and we will be back in a few. He is awesome.
He is fucking great.
What did you spill over there,
He's
Slambo?
drunk. I think he was drinking water. I don't know. He just
It was just water?
Yeah. Slamming it down. He almost became the Lamborghini tonight, and then he backed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to.
Which pin should I wear today? NRA, FDA, NBA, or NWA? Guitar in hand, I think I'll play some Odelay. Since Beck gave me the rights for my campaign, I don't care what these media analysts say. Run against this fly folk rapper and you get flamed. Inhale my breakfast, you can bet I clean my plate. Then exhale song straight down Eastgate Avenue. Prance through the loop just to tag a few spots in St. Louis, weaving words like Maya Angelou. People want something new, they always do. When Duke busts in like, who the fuck are you? Listen friends, if we weren't all infatuated with sex, the economy wouldn't be ass inflated. Ain't gay marriage the greatest? Arnold wanted me terminated.
Oh my God.
I was almost assassinated. The date is the time and that's right now. Let's kick Illuminati out of office and raise some eyebrows. bipartisan sandwiches. I wanna play hard for like 40 years, declare peace forever and buy the warhorse beers for president. Get some beers for the president. Monica, bring that cigar with which you're so affectionate. My fellow Americans, lend me your ears. I'll tone it down just a bit so everyone can hear me clearly. Look, it's the apocalypse coming. Let's party, vote me in, we'll send those other parties running. What did they know about living life free? No one can run on no budget like me.
President of the United States. That old flag coming down is the symbol of an old order passing away. We need not look very far to see that, because we are all participants in this magnificent drama that is taking place, sweeping away the old order of segregation and paternalism. And whenever we think of God, we think of a being working to bring the disconnected aspects of reality into a harmonious whole.